We're going to start chapter 7. Chapter 7 is everybody's favorite chapter. Not really, but that's okay. 7-1 is super easy. That's what we're going to finish up with today. And then we're going to do 7-2 tomorrow, which is the part you don't like, but will be fun. It will be good, I promise. Okay? So, adding and subtracting scalar multiplication of matrices. We need to know what a matrix is. So, a matrix is simply a collection of numbers that's organized in a certain way. So, if you're an accountant, you would use this. If you own a business, you would use this. You're probably not going to set it up necessarily this way, but as your spreadsheet is working, has anyone ever seen a spreadsheet and then you can add and subtract on there and you can find it does all the math for you? It's using matrices to do that, right? So it's organized in a certain way. So this is what a matrix looks like. This specific matrix is 2 rows and 3 columns. Here's row 1. Here's row 2. This is column 1, column 2, and column 3. Okay? I'm going to do it so that you can see. Okay. But I want you to watch too. Right? All right. When we talk about more than one matrix, we're talking about matrices. So a matrix is a single one. But when we're talking about more than one, we're calling them matrices. So it's important that you know what the words mean, especially if you're reading something, you need to know what that means, right? It's important that you know how to find rows and columns. Columns are things that stack on each other. This is a column, this thing right here, right? The thing in the corner is a column, which the whole room was probably built around because it's what's supporting the room, right? Those black things on the back wall, those are columns, and those are supporting that wall. Columns are supportive. So, when I add 2 matrices, I'm going to add the numbers in the matching positions. So I'm going to add the numbers in the matching positions. Add the numbers in the matching positions. So what do I mean by that? Everybody, yeah, everybody look up here. Just watch up here while I do this, and then you can write it down, okay? So 3 is in row 1, column 1, right? This is row 1, column 1. 4 is also in row 1, column 1. So I'm going to add those 2 numbers together, and I'm going to get 7, and I'm going to write it in row 1, column 1. I can only add matrices together if they're the same size. That's someplace on the bottom. For both adding and subtracting, I can only do this if the matrix is the same size as the other matrix. Okay? So now, if I'm looking at 8, what corresponds to 8? Row 1, column 2. Row 1, column 2 would be 0. What's 8 plus 0? 8. Okay? So maybe put a box around those so that you know that those are matching. Because you don't have colors. Unless you have colors, then you use the colors. 4 is corresponding to what number in the other one? 1. Everybody see that? 4 plus 1 is 5. 6 is corresponding to -9. Okay, 6 plus -9 is? Okay. Get it? Is that hard? Subtracting is the same way. I'm going to subtract the numbers. that are corresponding. Subtracting the numbers in the matching position. Okay? So, can you guys do that? During the school year, you may have changed this to a plus sign and made those negative. There's an advantage to that, especially when you do that last term. But you don't have to do that. So, look up here for a second. Where's the advantage to that? Minus a negative tells me I have to do what? Plus plus. So I've got 6 minus negative 9. As long as you do that in your head, you're good. If you have problems like that, maybe you write it down so that you remember that. 6 plus 9 is? Right? So when you're subtracting, make sure you do it right. Questions on that? No. Okay. Our next step is to scale up. So when we multiply a matrix by a constant, or a single number, I am going to scale this up by 2. So I'm simply going to multiply each thing. So 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2, right? 2 times negative 3 is negative 7. And that's my answer. This is called scalar, or it's a scalar, and this is called scalar multiplication. Constant is the word. C-O-N-S. Multi with, I think so. Okay? Can you try these examples, please? All right, if you did number 1 and 2, you should have got these for your answers because you added 1 and negative 6 to get your negative 5 and so on. Number 2, you multiplied each of those by 5. And then for number 3 and 4, you should have got that. Be careful that you don't get a 3 in this place. You actually got a negative 7. Negative 2 minus 5. So that's negative 2 plus negative 5. And then also be careful here on your 24. A negative times a negative is a positive. So you should be good and ready to rock. Do your worksheet and come back to class. Talk to you later. Bye.